Ponies. Alright, gang. Welcome back, dandelions, to the great things that I draw. I hope you've been well. I'm sorry, this is gonna be a thing. You guys ever I love my hair. Lord, I love my hair, okay? Every piece of it. These bangs they're not banging. Get it? Banging, because the bangs. Anywho's, welcome back to the channel where I give you awkward humor and visuals all day, every day. So I hope you guys have been well. I hope you've had a great week until thus far. We're here for another try not to draw. So I still don't quite know if I am going to hold this over another week or how this is gonna work. But next week we gotta do the board again. I know it truly seems like time slapped me in the face a little bit faster than I anticipated. Like, I know y'all are like, we just did this dang board. We're gonna just do it again, friends. Okay, we're gonna just do it again. But alas, we are here. So I was kind of thinking about like what it is that I want to draw 10 minutes before this. Cause I try not to think about it or dwell on it too much throughout the week, because I want it to be right then in the moment. But I also know that I space out, and like I can be thinking about the great things I draw, and then my mind ends up at like next Friday about what I'm gonna post, and then I'll double back and think about what show I want to watch, and then there's a random song that's stuck in my head, and then I remember that I need to tell my best friend something. So it's always a thing. Point is, always a thing. I want to go bother my mom. It's always a thing, okay? So I have just been feeling, like, do you ever just get in one of those moods where you feel, and it feels like it's a lot and you're just feeling? I'm feeling tonight. And so that's gonna be our drawing subject. Feelings. All right. Whatever you get from that is what we're gonna draw. Okay, so as always, let me lay out the rules here. When we are drawing, we, as in you and me, because, be a part of this with me. But if you just want to sit here and listen to the music and vibe out, and get the questions that I ask and like get my little random moments of humor. What the heck was I saying? A whole brain freeze. Oh, rules. So you cannot criticize your work. You have to say something uplifting and positive about your work. And if you don't, you gotta do like a random song and dance, but it gotta be a cappella. Okay, I said K-pop because like K-pop is my genre, and I learned those dances. Like I learned them wholeheartedly, but it could be any genre you want. Really, I did not want to make a punishment that was like too harsh on myself. I wanted to set something that I knew I would do should I ever not appreciate my work. But I am really doing this, to become better at drawing, and really to just have fun and to create a safe space for artists, for people who just want to hang out, like, and do whatever. I make the tracks and the beats, and so, those are mine. So if you want to vibe out to them and just, chillax or whatever, then that's what we're here for. So I guess tonight is kind of like therapy session for me as far as drawing goes, because like I say, I don't know, it's really weird. Like, I am not necessarily sad. I feel very happy. I am very excited. Like, my birthday month is tomorrow. Like, when I finish this, it's gonna be my birthday month, and we are excited. But I got days to my birthday, okay? But I mean, like, in general, I am not. I don't know what I am. Like, I don't feel like, oh man, life's not going my way. I have felt like that, like last week to be exact. But I don't know, like, it just feels like there's a lot inside of me, and I don't really know how to manifest it into words, if that makes sense. And it's just kind of like a few things I think of, like maybe annoyances or like worries that I've had that just kind of seem to just and no, normally I am very great about like verbalizing my emotions and talking it out or whatever, but I don't know, like I say, it's just weird. It's weird to explain it. It's kind of hard to explain it, but I just know that I'm feeling, okay? I'm feeling some type of way. I'm not really quite sure what I'm feeling, so we're just gonna draw feelings. What are you feeling? If you want to just draw a smiley face because you're feeling happy, you can draw a smiley face, my friend. I have not said it, so I need to. I don't know if I've said it, but I hope you guys have had a great week. Okay. I hope that, like, you're having a great day or night, like, whatever time zone you're in. Okay, babes. This is the beginning of how it's looking. I know it's a bit like chaotic, but these are kind of my feelings. So let us get to coloring. So I was sitting here thinking about questions I could ask. Oh, okay. I got it. So, on here I've talked about, I maybe not here per se. I kind of get my videos mixed up, but I know I have talked about my very questionable and sometimes just sadistic uh anime husbands. Um and so I wanted to ask this question today, because it gets me thinking sometimes, like, well, dang. So if you had to choose one anime world to be in, like, which world would you want to live in? Like, if you got to give up this life tonight and somebody came and was like, yeah, you can live in here. You just give us your life and you can live here. Like, where are you going? Where is your home at? Mine, you say? I'm about to have to think about this for a second, because that's a deep question even for me. See, yeah, like, oh my goodness. I'm torn. And this is why. First of all, I got a lot of I got a lot of husbands that I'm fond for. And I honestly, even outside of like the guys, the anime men, the time zones are rough. Cause I was sitting here thinking like, I love this guy. His name is Wakasa. He's from Tokyo Revengers. I am in love with him, but I'm also in love with Baji, and he got. I don't know who has not watched the anime. Baji just. I mean, you just gotta watch it. I don't want to spoil that for nobody. I hope I haven't spoiled that for nobody. But I was in love with Baji, and Baji, he got the rough end of the deal. That's what we're gonna say. He just got a rough end. And outside of that, and this is why I have to be careful, like with the animes that I do choose, or like the time zone that I would choose, because I am very much smitten by like villains, even when there's like no, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Positive outcome. There we go. There's nothing there for me but like Hanma, okay? And that's just why, cuz I just said that I was a whole simp for Wakasa. And I'm sitting here like, it can't be so. But the other thing is, it is a lot of like, so when you go to these worlds, you can't change nothing. Everything is still gonna happen, like the canon events that's happened. So don't think you're gonna go up in here and shut stuff down and like save people. No, you still have to take everything that happened. Now, I would have been in Chainsaw Man, because that's actually a pretty wicked universe, but as always, the government just seems shady. Okay? And then I was even sitting here thinking, like, you know what? Honestly, I feel like I would go and stay in like the in Black Clover, but I ain't finished that yet, so I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be better or worse or what's happening. But I mean, if I had to just choose, though, yeah, see, no, as much as I love Gojo, and I mean love, okay, that man, where you at? I'm gonna cuddle with you later. I got my best friend bought me a whole Gojo stuffy, and hey, that's my man's right there. But the curses take me out. I wouldn't want to be with the curses. I would not want to be none of their friends. None of them. Cause freak, what is his name? What is your name, kid? The one who calls everybody's like monkey. Gojo's best friend. Caught in the moment. Cause I honestly, the first time he called me a monkey, I'd be wanting to fight. I'd be wanting to fight. And then I can't even lie, I simp for Nanami. That man, Nanami is precious. So see what I'm saying? Like, okay, but come on. Okay, Sama, take out just your obvious explosions, okay, and focus. So if there was like a legit world that I would want to be a part of outside of my own, it would have to be somebody's world, like man, I don't ever recall watching an anime where I was like, yeah, this has a pretty solid ending. I mean, some of them do have pretty solid endings after so many seasons. Y'all, this is really a hard. I gave myself such a doozy. Let me think about this some more. All right, you know what? I'm honestly just gonna have to bite the bullet. If there was an anime world I choose to live in, despite all the rough happenings and like just everything they took me through with this anime, I still go be on Naruto. Like, I go live in a hidden leaf. Naruto, I am so affectionate for that anime. I'm so fond of it. And it was not my first ever anime, but it was one that I was invested in. It was like, I think it was my second ever. Yeah, it was my second ever because the first one was Inuyasha. And then it was Naruto. And like I say, I feel like I did live there. I feel like I did live there through all the like the just the struggles and the stories and everything they went through. I just feel like that was my home, you know, like everything that happened, all the circumstances and stuff. It was quite crazy. That was quite a crazy and rough anime at times. But yeah, I can see myself living in a hidden leaf. I mean, Hina got Naruto or whatever, but that's cool. You know, Sakura and Sasuke, they vibing. I don't really want to touch that with a 10-foot pole anyways, because they don't even seem like they know how to get it together. Kakashi got a whole wife. You know, I'd probably be alone in this universe, but that's okay, because I would live there. They can protect me. Tsunade was alone, and she had a great life. And I think I would have been like, I would choose Naruto too, because those ninjas, like, even though overall people have a rough time kind of like getting it together, overall everybody is fighting for it and believing in and hoping in like the greater good, you know. And Naruto, to me, he's a wicked Hokage. Have not seen Boruto, will say that, but I've always stood behind Naruto. I don't feel like he got nearly as much credit or love as he deserved, and I really hated that it took him literally sacrificing like all of himself for people to be like, Naruto, like, no, he's always been special. And I feel like because he was a Jinchuriki, you know, and overlooked and stuff, they treated him as less than until he really went to bat for these people and put his neck on the line. Now all of a sudden they just see how great he is, and that just bothers me. But you know, if anything, I every day, okay? Of course, I would be a Uchiha, hands down. Ain't gotta mean I gotta be with Sasuke, okay? I know, Itachi, baby, I know. But you know, you never know. There could be another hidden one out there somewhere. I mean, 2 of them camped out for like 15 seasons and we didn't even know. But anyways, I really hope y'all have seen Naruto. It wasn't really like 15 seasons. You're gonna have to go watch it yourself to find out. But so yeah, I think hands down my top choice would be there, like the Hidden Leaf Village. And I would probably go explore everything, you know, and everywhere. And the second place, because you know, I'm doing top 2, I suppose, that I would want to live in. I ain't gonna lie to you, it would be Tokyo Revengers. It would be Tokyo Revengers. They got a lot of like teenage issues. Teenage issues going into like grown men issues sometimes. But with Tokyo Revengers, they kind of just crack me up because these kids, they are a wonder, man. And yes, I would. I think, despite it all, I would be a part of the Manji gang. I just feel like I will. What they said, I love Takamichi. Takamichi has issues, okay? Takamichi, all right, he ain't always the brightest tool in the shed, and he got a heart full of so much goodness, poor thing, that, you know, he tries to take on everything and like save people, because that's what you should do, right? Like, that's the good thing to do. But oh, baby Takamichi. And like, his friends does help, you know, like Chifuyu. I love the heck out of Chifuyu. Like, oh, yeah, of course I love him because I love Baji, but like, Chifuyu, still love Baji. Gonna always love that man. So I don't know why I said loved. I still love him. The only reason I pause and like Tokyo Revengers, honestly though, is because of Kisaki. Like, I feel like, knowing what I know, just jumping into that world, I'd be like, let me fight him. Let me tell you something, sir, because you don't get rights. Like, not in this economy. So yeah, that was just a real. But let me know. I want to know what world y'all live in. I am gonna go on a limb here and say, and I could be completely and utterly wrong. Okay. You ever just feel like something crawling on your face? Oh! Okay. My best friend, she doesn't know many animes, but I'm willing to bet homegirl would go to Castlevania. And I know exactly why she would. I'm not gonna let her see this first and confirm or deny it, and then I'll totally talk about it, because if I'm thinking how she thinking, then yeah, that's a legit reason to go, and I'd be there like, hey, oh, you know what I'm saying? I cannot wait for her to see this. Oh my god, I cannot wait. I want to hear her answer so bad. Like, part of me is tempted to just voice note her when I get done and be like, so listen here, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. But yes, so those are my two anime worlds, and I just kind of want to know where you guys would go. Who would get you on their team? Oh dang. Oh dang. That just made me a little sad. You know what? If I did go, I couldn't stay long. I'd miss my parents too much. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but yes, princess complexity all around me. I absolutely adore my parents, and not because they treat me like a princess. Well, that's part of it, but because they treat me like a human. Because they will be like, no, you're a lady. But no, really, I guess the better we get to know each other, and like truly build bonds, I can't leave my babies like that. Like, I wouldn't know what they were doing if they were safe and how they was feeling. My best friend, I probably hijack her. She wouldn't even know what hit her, and I'd just snatch her up and make her come with me. But who knows? They might, convince her to go to her world. But I mean, yeah, like I said, I can't leave my babies, but I would go and visit. Like when life got too hectic or something, I'd be like, can I cash in my little waiver? Okay. And like go and stay for like 5 days and come back. Yes, no, yes. Maybe. Okay. This is how it's looking so far. Choo-choo. Mm. It's so crazy because, like, I'm trying not to get emotional, right? And, like, save my big speech for the end. But I'm sitting here and I'm, coloring in this thing, and I truly feel like my inner kid is being healed up. It's just crazy. It's crazy to think how things like this, or like music, can just ease your soul, man. And this is coming from a girl who couldn't draw to save her life. You talking about some stick figures, man. I think if we even got graded on that, that would have been a failing grade for sure. But I was telling my sugar cookie that we actually was having this conversation a while back, really, because there's this Dr. Seuss book that I really want to I want to buy, and it is about like a bunch of Dr. Seuss's more, I guess you could say, like darker works, like that kids probably should not even look at type of books. But Dr. Seuss was such an incredible artist. Like, people try to, and he done made some weird stuff, but Dr. Seuss is a great artist, and he has been one of the people that's inspired me to really just want to do my own thing, and like be creative in my own way. Dr. Seuss, man, if I could have took art classes under him, I probably would have. He really has some nice photos. There's one, I'm gonna have to see if I can like find it and staple it in here. But it's about this cat, and oh my goodness! And when I saw that photo, I fell in love. And then I want this book because when I was looking at a bunch of his designs and like color choices, just top tier choices for color, top tier like choices for, like the atmosphere of it, man. It's just beautiful. So I definitely recommend that if you're gonna go check out any artist, it is Dr. Seuss. And like I said, I'll drop the name in here because it is a work that even was less known for me. I was like, dang, I didn't know Dr. Seuss did stuff like this. And it wasn't until I went on like a deep dive of art and like some dark arts that I found that. But I'm like, this doesn't really look dark. The color schemes are more, he does like a lot of gold and like black and like blue, like just a bunch of those deep colors, and I'm just like, Dr. Seuss, you're amazing. I mean, but then again, I should have known I was gonna be a fan because my favorite book of his is "Oh, the Places You'll Go," and I mean that book can take a turn. It really can, but it's such a good book. Like, to me, it speaks so much truth. And I mean, of course, like I tried to read it to kids, and they were just like, "Does this have a happy ending?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get there." But it is one. I think when you get older and you can properly grasp and understand, like I would probably, that's probably a good idea to like give it to my children as like a college book, because when you reach that age, then it's like, yeah, you're gonna really vibe with that. And like I think one of my favorite lines ever from him, and like it always makes me emotional when I think about it, but he's like, sometimes you won't always win. Sometimes you'll lose because you'll play against you. And I'm just like, no truer words have been spoken on this heart. Okay, friends, are you ready for this? Choo choo choo. I don't know if it's, is it showing? Okay, because obviously I can't be. Oh yeah, it shows pretty nice. I hope it does. I'm saying it shows pretty nice, and y'all are probably like, I can't see nothing. It's blurry, and you're tripping. Okay, so these are my feelings. I don't know if you saw, but let me go ahead and start dissecting it. In the corner over here, we have the sun with the many faces, and it's because to me that part is supposed to represent, like you're gonna have sunshiny days. Okay, yes, we're tell me you're gonna have sunshiny days, but they don't always feel like sunshiny days. Like I listened to this song called Why Do You Love Me, a Christian song, and it says real joy doesn't always feel like laughter, and blessings don't always come from the places I thought they would. And if you are new to this video, you wouldn't know, but I am a Christian. I believe in God, the whole shebang. I am a believer. And so I have learned this past year, after like getting one of the biggest heartbreaks that I ever got in my full life of living, I have found tremendous joy on the other side of this. But every day does not feel like joy. Some days I really have to go back and be like, God, let's hash this out again, until I'm good. So that's why some smiley faces are up, some are down. Then I even have a flat face, because sometimes you're just like indifferent about the day. This heart looks jacked up. I know it's broken, like it's kind of deformed on the top. There are spaces that are open. I know all of that. It's supposed to be like that, okay? Because so I'm just going to explain the picture, and then I guess explain the whole thing. And then, you see there's little eyeballs in it with question marks. And then it's crying. The eyes are crying. There's a heart in the corner. Not a heart. There's a flower, a sunflower in the corner with notes in it, music notes. There is a band-aid on top of these cracks that are spreading out, and there's water shooting into the bottom of the heart. Now, listen, I'm gonna just try to be short-winded and as less, I guess, sensitive as a girl is, but this drawing for me, I guess. Oh, and then I'm in a corner over here. I'm in a corner trying to look over my heart. There's a cloud there. There is some yellow goo. Well, not goo, but like We're going to call that honey. There's honey over there and also coming out of the sun. So my heart, like I told you, sometimes it just kind of feels shaky. I don't always know how to put it in words. Like I say, some days are better than others. Some days I feel like I'm on top of the world, and some days I just don't even want to get up to face the world. And I did not mean to get emotional, and I don't know who this is for, but know that it is okay to feel both things. You do not have to always be happy, but you do not always need to be sad. There has to be balance. You know, one thing I've always asked the Lord for was wisdom. And my bubble was kind of burst a couple of weeks ago because I was told, well, how can you have wisdom if you don't go through things? Because that is true. You're never going to learn or grow unless you get up and you face your challenges head on, because you don't know who you could meet, who you can help encourage that day, who you can help just talk down off their ledge too. A lot of times I feel like we can get so caught up in ourselves that we don't even realize people around us have it so much worse than we do. And that is one thing that I constantly try to tell myself. Okay, you're complaining about this, but guess what? Somebody don't have this to complain about. So you need to calm down. You know, like, all right, you probably didn't sleep good in your bed last night and you're cranky. Somebody ain't got a bed. You know, that's just a prime example to use. And so my heart here lately, I've had to deal with like, and just a little short minuscule story. I was overweight. I was like 316 pounds. Okay, I have not got back on the scale, so don't ask because I don't know where I'm at now. I just know I'm not there. And you know, I've been working out. So a year ago, I was 360 pounds, like last April. It was around Good Friday, you know. And so a year, some months later, you know, I started working out in October, all these and that. But my heart used to beat really hard. It used to be like toom toom, toom toom, and it would skip beats a lot. And I would hear it when I was sleeping, when I was up, when I was just walking around. But I had gained so much weight, you know, because I was so unhappy and I was so depressed. And I thought when I was living back then, I honestly assumed I was the happiest in my life. Like I was getting it together, you know what I'm saying? I was not happy at all. And when I had to sit and look at myself and like the pieces of how my life were forming, I was becoming a danger to myself. And I even told my best friend, like, this person that is out of my life, they used to hurt me so bad that I thought I would go to sleep with a broken heart and like not wake up. I used to feel my heart break whenever we would have arguments or spats, and I kept letting this same person hurt me over and over again because I could not see myself and I was not willing to love on myself the way I deserve to be loved. And I settled for something I should have never settled for. And I'm so sorry. Let me reel in my emotions. But, you know, I've had to heal my heart a lot. And sometimes it is confusing, especially when people you thought were going to be around are not around anymore. And the ones who swore that they love you and would do anything for you are the ones that jumped ship first. A lot of things, you know, it's scary when your life does not look like how you wanted it to look, you know, and like all these plans you made for yourself. It can be scary. It can be quite daunting. And I know that. And so I just want to encourage you guys. I'm sorry, my best friend is like messaging me right now and I'm trying not to go to her. But so there is some gold on the heart as well, and like I say, in the sun. And for me, that's always represented, you know, when God died, he shed his blood for us, you know, but it was sweet. And that's the way I try to look at it, you know. It was sweet. It's sweet like honey. So I always use gold whenever I reference God's blood. I make it honey instead because yes, it was a gruesome thing that happened, and it was sad how they did him. It was horrible how they did him. But had those things never transpired, like, I would not be the person I am today. You know, like, despite everything going on with this world, we would not be where we are today if it wasn't for the sacrifices he made. And so every time that I get a chance to come on here and like share my stories, know that I hands down believe it is because of that man that I am alive. Like, no human could have saved me the way that he saved me. And no human could have done things for me that he has done for me. And I am just grateful, you know. And even in through all of that, I always tell my best friend, I feel like he gave her to me, you know, because, you know, sometimes when you're alone and you can validate your own thoughts and stuff like that, but sometimes it seems like your mind runs rampant, and she's always there to comfort me and tell me when I need to hear harsh truths, like, okay, babe. And I feel like he gave me that because he knew I would need that, you know. And so that is why I'm just so grateful, and I'm so thankful. And so these feelings pile up, and like I say, sometimes it's hard for me to dissect, or I'll think that I'm truly fine, and then I'll end up here feeling like agitated or a little set off course. But now that I've drawn out what I feel and kind of what it is I'm going through, I feel lighter. And it could be and I know, yes, I talked it out, but honestly, drawing helps me feel better. It's just like singing. I can sing a song until like there's no more liquid in my eyes and no more oxygen in my lungs, and I'll feel so much better. So I would say, please find you something that you love to do. Please find something that calms your mind, calms your heart, helps you like de-stress. It is an honor and a privilege for me to get up here and to be able to draw on my floor at night with you, because this is my way to heal, and this is my way to tell somebody, you know, like, whatever it is you're chasing and whatever it is you think you are capable of, then you go for it anyway. And I will support you. Anybody who watches this video, please know that I love and I support you, and I believe in you in everything that you want to accomplish. I've always wanted to have a platform where I could tell people, like, you are seen, you are special, and you are so worth it. So don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever question it. Just go for it and do it, because it'll probably come out better than what you thought it would, one. And two, you're never gonna grow and get to where you want to be if you never start. You have to start the process. And even if it doesn't come out great the first or even the second time, don't give up. You just save the first and second time. Document it, write it down, take a picture. So that way, as you keep going and you look back on it, you'll be like, dang, man, I did that. I say the Lord did that. The Lord did that through me. But, you know, he gives me confidence to say, I did that. That's my work, because my Father gave me permission. So please be encouraged. I know I give you heart to hearts and I get these little sad spills, but honestly, if it is to help anybody, make anybody feel better, I am all here for it. Be soft and emotional with me, please. But as always, I do love you guys. No, you can tag if you want to submit your drawings. You can tag me on Instagram or my TikTok at DohiSama if you want to make a video or whatever. Comment below, like I said, the questions, give me the answers. Comment what you thought feelings was, what your feelings was. If you have any feelings that you want to pour out, put them in the chat. It's a safe space. Nobody has a right to tell you how to feel, because they are your feelings. And with that being said, I am gonna get out of here and go bother my best friend now. But thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I hope that you really did enjoy this atmosphere. Please kiss me with the like button. Please comment, please subscribe, please tap the bell for more. I do face paint looks, okay? I give anime reviews. All right, and let's just say we got some more coming to the channel soon. You can check out my TikTok for other things like Wednesday Wellnesses, where I do drawings and I do little voiceovers like the little heartfelt message that I just gave you, and I do photo edits and video edits. and chaotic dance covers because we stay up late. But the Lord does love you. He blesses you. May He keep you. I love you, and I hope whenever you're viewing this at whatever time, you have an incredible day or an amazing night. Goodbye, guys.